Welcome back, everybody, to the Detroit Lions franchise here on Madden 20. As today, our Lions have probably the biggest game of the season yet. Sunday Night Football against the 4-2 Bears, who, of course, are led by Khalil Mack, who we know all too well. Mack is one of the most dominant pass rushers in the NFL. That has not changed since the start of this series. And he's one of those guys that you have to put your game plan around because he's just that good. And it's going to be really hard to stop him. He's been known to just dominate us every time we've played him in this series. He has given us trouble. I can't think of a time where in a game this series against the Bears, he's gotten less than like 2 or 3 sacks. It's just hard to think of. And he's still really darn good. 97 overall, unstoppable force. For whatever reason, one of his ability slots aren't unlocked. I don't know why, because he is certainly good enough. But I mean, since the start of the series, 25 sacks year 1, 15 year 2, 19.5 last year, only 4 so far this year. But these numbers are absolutely absurd. This guy is just a cheat code. 2.5 sacks in 1 game this season. I mean, other than that, and the other, 5 games, he only has 1.5 sacks. And unfortunately for us, he has 3 more years left on his deal. So we're going to be seeing him likely until the end of this series. And I mean, just look at the accolades. 7-time Pro Bowler, led the league in sacks twice, 3-time best linebacker, 3-time defensive player of the year. He is a monster. But we do have some good news. The hidden development traits have been revealed for the most part. And we're going to start off with wide receiver Lawrence Parnell, whose depth trait isn't really as hidden because he has Superstar. And the reason why I say that is, remember last week, he had a breakout challenge, which he completed. The goal was to get either 3 touchdowns or 150 yards, and we scored 3 times with him. And usually if it's a challenge like that, it generally means for superstar development. If it was score 4 touchdowns and get 200 yards, it would have been X Factor. So I was able to tell at the time he had star development, and after completing the challenge, that he would have superstar. So certainly good to have yet another superstar receiver on this offense, as if we don't have enough already. Hockenson, Juju, Golladay, Stuber. I mean, technically Carry-On, but he's not really a receiver. Next up, second-round rookie Mike Renwick has star development. Renwick has played quite well up to this point this year. A little bit unfortunate he doesn't have anything better, but star development is nothing to complain about. He has 6 sacks through 6 games. 3 of those sacks were back in week 2 against the Patriots, and all 3 of them were in a span of about 2 minutes late in the first quarter of that game. So I suppose that is interesting. He's been a little bit quiet after a hot start, but I think we still got a building block for this defense. And then the next guy we got here is another young, talented edge rusher. By the way, Renwick won NFC Defense Player of the Week a couple weeks ago. But anyway, another young, talented edge rusher, Jaquavius Highsmith, superstar development. 89 speed coming off the edge is just not fair. That's just not fair. And he does not get any ability slots yet. He has to be at least an 80. Currently, he's only a 76. So he has to improve a little bit more. Only 8 tackles, but he does have 3 sacks. And while he has been a little bit quiet, he has certainly forced some pressure off the edge. Had 2 sacks in a game. I forget which one that was, but oh well. And I'm excited to see what he can do. I want to get him more of a role that's suited for him. I feel like we're having him too much as a power rusher, in the dirt type of edge rusher, and that's really probably not his strength. And then Owen Jackson, middle linebacker, he is not a starter. He has not played a whole ton of downs. Therefore, his development trait has not been revealed yet, but I'm sure you guys will be excited. Wink, wink, hint, hint, when it does come. Week 7, Sunday Night Football here at Soldier Field is V6-0, undefeated Detroit Lions will be facing off against their divisional rival, the Chicago Bears. The Lions have already played Green Bay and Minnesota, both of those games resulting in wins. Both of those games also on the road, might I add. And now they get a look at another divisional foe, also on the road here in the Bears, of course, led by Mitchell Trubisky and the boys. Second down, here's Miles Sanders losing about 3. Guess who that is with the tackle? Khalil Mack. Big game from him, as expected. Now 3rd and 14, Lawson under pressure, and guess who it is with the sack? None other than Khalil Mack, the sack attack from the blue-orange, and there's no black inside the logo. So the Bears will get it back here. Mitchell Trubisky on first down, getting it to Allen Robinson, breaking the ankles of Chidobe Awuzie, and he is gone. What a game Allen Robinson had. 10 catches, 212 yards, and a score. He was dominant for the Bears today. And you know who else was dominant? That guy, Khalil Mack. His second sack of the day. He is in the zone. Lions fans have to be scared. Third down. Mack is in coverage, but it doesn't matter as Tim Watt gets the interception. The second-year cornerback out of South Carolina making the play. And then third and goal. Bears trying to get the touchdown. David Montgomery would be stopped short of a 1. Jared Davis, Mike Renwick, and another defender there at the tackle. So fourth and goal. Here's the field goal unit. That kick will go right down Main Street. And Matt McCrane and the Bears would make it 10-0. Lions have it. The best white running back in the NFL, according to Michael Bennett. That's Zach Zenner. Losing to courteous of Khalil Mack. 3rd and 6 now. Here's A-Rob with the first down for Chicago. The Bears are just dominating on both sides of the ball right now. This Lions team looks lost. I don't know how they're 6-0 as Trubisky gets it back to his favorite man of the day, Robinson. And Allen Robinson had either Chidobe Awuzie or Darius Slay on him the whole game. So the fact that he was as good as he's been playing is extremely impressive. 2nd and 5. There's Ed Oliver going downstairs where Daddy hides the vodka. His first sack of the day. Big performance in this one from Oliver. 4th and 10. McCrane makes the field goal. And now it is 13-0. Lions have it back, trying to get out of this mess. As here's T-Law on first down, getting it over to the tight end, T.J. Hawkinson, for a gain of 33. Slow start in this one for Tez Lawson and the Lions offensively, as you can tell by the scoreboard, and as you can also tell by Khalil Mack's sack total. That's his third of the half. Obviously, and unsurprisingly, he's been great in this game. 3rd and 4 now. Miles Sanders pulling off the ankle breaker. Miles is AI, and the defender, I believe that was Tim Watt, is Tyronn Lue. Sanders takes it to the house, and the Lions have cut this lead down a little bit. And then there's Montgomery losing 3 on the screen, courteous of big play Slay. So the Lions had the chance to get the lead at halftime, and that aged well, as Eddie Jackson now picks it off. You can't spell intercepted without the D. And the Bears' D is continuing to dominate. There's Allen Robinson with the play. Tracy Walker can't catch up, and Robinson into the end zone for 6. So now it's 20-7. Lions need to score some points on this drive, but there's not a lot of time left. There's Lawson over to Golladay. Runs out of bounds quickly at the 45. Detroit close to field goal range. Now at the 38. Here's a 55-yard attempt for Prater, and it is short. That's what she said, is the kick is no good. And as you can tell, Matt Prater, the old man, really starting to regress. First down now for Chicago. As Trubisky is going to go down, Mike Renwick and Jaquavius Highsmith for rookies there with the sack. Highsmith with the initial contact, and then Renwick finishing it off. 3rd and 2, Sanders trying to get the first down. He is stopped short, however, by Neal. So the Lions are going to go for the field goal. Matt Prater would sail it home. And Detroit, rather than trying to be aggressive on 4th and 1, they're going to play it safe and make it a 10-point game. 2nd and 4 for the Bears. There's Allen Robinson on the screen, continuing his utter dominance in this game. Chicago now at the 24. Touchdown really puts them in a good position, as there's Trubisky. Nice pass for a gain of about 19. And Chicago is getting close. 3rd and goal now from the 5. Can Detroit get the stop? Screen pass over to Montgomery, and he's going backwards. Jared Davis reads the play like a book, so that'll force Matthew McCrane and the Bears field goal unit to come out. The kick is good. Chicago now up 23-10. So the Lions got to make the comeback, as plays like this will help. Juju Smith-Schuster, or properly known as Boo Boo Schuster, bringing it to the 23. Now a 3rd and 5 late in the 3rd. Here's Tez Lawson looking to throw it. He's going to get it over to Golladay, who is unable to dart by Kyle Fuller. That'll only be a gain of 4. So 4th and 3. Welcome to fourth quarter. Lions are going to go for it as Tez Lawson gets it to Miles Sanders, his second receiving touchdown of the day. And obviously Sanders has not been known as a receiving back, but he's had a few big catches in this one. And just like that, it's now 23-17. Lions making a comeback as Ed Oliver with his second sack of the day. And now Detroit has it with the opportunity to take the lead late. Here's Lawson on first down. He is an open man up the middle just a little. That's Dwayne Stuber, the former Hawkeye, for a gain of 19. And the Lions are in field goal range, but a field goal won't be enough. 3rd and 8 now. Lawson under pressure. And that's Khalil Mack with his 4th sack of the day. 4th and 15. Detroit going to have to go for the field goal. This kick from 50. And it is no good. Prater misses it. He can't even make kicks out from 50 yards. Lions might be in the market for a new kicker sometime. So the Bears have it back as they lose about 5 or 6 on the screen. But penalty flag, face mask on Justin Coleman. Automatic first down, automatic 15 yards for the Bears. Lions got to get a stop. And on 3rd and 7, Ed Oliver with a huge sack. His 3rd of the game, 8th of the season. And now Detroit has another chance. 2nd down. Short pass for Juju. He gets about 7. Late flag. Face mask. Automatic 15 yards for Detroit. Kyle Fuller with the penalty. Lions now have it at the 39. Lawson on first down is sacked by McMahon. Detroit does not call a timeout. Now 3rd and 18. About 50 seconds left. Here's Lawson scrambling. He is an open man. That is going to be Mike Gesicki for the first down. Detroit calls a timeout. They are down to 1. 40 seconds left. Here's Lawson scrambling like he's late on a date over to T.J. Hockenson for the touchdown. And the Lions will take the lead as Hockenson, shoot, doing the Fortnite dances. 24-23. Lions up by 1. 4th and 6. This is for the game. And Trubisky would be picked off by Chidobe Awuzie. Untouched like weekend homework, and Chidobe Awuzie will find the end zone for the touchdown. That's all she wrote. 31-23, your final big win in Soldier Field for Detroit.